Welcome to another episode of Eat Smoke Drink. Today I've got a bit of an unusual review, so to speak. It's not quite a normal review. I'm going to review some accessories for you today. Cigar travel cases. I'm going to review cigar travel cases, but what makes them different is actually they are my brand. So I've decided to start my own brand of Eat Smoke Drink Cigar and whiskey accessories. And the first one to, go out the door is the cigar wallets. Cigar travel cases, leather cigar cases. I've partnered up with Merle from Merle and Miso. She's a leather artisan and she is absolutely passionate about leather works, and she hand makes, hand stitches every stitch. Every panel is cut by hand, no machine assistance, and that's what makes her cases totally bespoke. The reason why I want to do that are a couple of things. One, a cigar experience and a whiskey experience is a bespoke experience. Just like whiskey, a leather case gets better with age. It develops a patina, it develops its own character, and I thought that's pretty, it's pretty cool to make something that can last a lifetime. But not just that. When I looked at the cases out in the market, they just didn't tick the box for me. It's either they claim to be luxury leather and they have this big brand of someone's name in the front, and I'm like, I don't want your name on the front. Or they use cheap leather, they machine stitch in big factories in China, and look, nothing against that as such. It's more like, well, they're all generic. These cases that I'm about to show you, no two is alike, because the leather is full grain and it's not homogenized leather, so each sheet of hide is different to the next. Even if they're the same cow hide or deer leather, they're actually different from the next, because like every animal, everyone is different. So when you get some of the leathers out there, they process them to the point so they all look identical, and they become not even leather anymore. They become like something else. So this, what I'm about to show you, is proper leather, and it's designed for the cigar smoker that wants his accessories. So one of the main things that I'm going to tell you about is, what really got to me is, why do you need a business card holder in your cigar cases? I don't have that. I've got 4 pockets. So let me show you what I've decided to create. So I was talking about before, what really frustrates me about cigar cases is that they have this waste of space up here or here with the business cards. I don't have any of that. I am an OCD mofo, and I'm telling you right now that when I go to a cigar session or a whiskey session with cigars involved, I like to bring my punch, I like to bring a soft flame, I like to bring a hard flame, and I like to bring a cutter as well, a guillotine cutter. And you can even fit scissors here, you can fit a cigar knife here, which I've actually commissioned cigar scissors and knives as well. And as you can see over here, you can fit a cigar stand, a rook stand, right? You can fit a rook stand right here. It's perfect. It's got enough space. So I've made this extremely intentionally to serve the cigar smoker. So the leather's still tight. It's brand new. It's about to go out to 2 customers. So it's still quite tight. In time it loosens up. But there you go. It fits the DuPont cutter, but most cutters will fit in there. It probably won't fit those big audacious cutters, but that's not the point. Most people will use normal size cutters, let's face it. And then over here is the jet. And so when you go to your next cigar session, you can have all your kit in here and not have to worry, oh, am I going to be indoor, outdoor, what am I going to bring? Because I really do love soft flame, but when I'm outside or when I'm in a relatively windy area, I need to use a hard flame. So you can see here as well, the spine is 4 layers thick of leather. That's 4 layers thick. Why did I do that? Because looking at the other stuff, they've made it to cut cost. They've made it all one leather. And guess what happens? Wherever it bends, that's where it's going to fail. And I had one that's I've only had for a few months, and I could already see that it's going to start failing around these areas. So I made sure that they're over-engineered as well. Now, the main cigar pocket. I was asked, can I put cigars in there and will it be fine? Of course it will be. If you have cello on your cigars, chuck them straight in there, it should be okay. But, a big but, once your pockets is full of accessories and you've got maybe a scissor or a knife here and you fold it, what's going to happen? The pressure is going to apply on your cigars. So I never recommend, even some people, they have these like little sleeves that they put in to put cigars in. Your problem is not from the outside, your problem is from the inside. So what I have done is I'll always recommend this. Always have a 2 or 3 finger pocket or cigar tubes in there to contain your cigars for extra protection, because there's nothing worse than having premium cigars that you pay $20, $30, $100 for. You're putting it in there because you're trying to, what, not buy a $15 tube or whatever, and then it breaks. I always recommend get a 3-finger case or 2-finger case. It'll fit in there, and then you'll be safe and sound. So this particular design is actually a nubuck design, contrasting threads. So it's got a very, suede feel to it. If it scratches, it's almost like a self-repairing leather. It's really quite interesting. Now, I have another unit here. This one is a relatively stiff and glossy cowhide outside, like a smooth surface, and it's got soft, delicate deer hide inside as well. But look, the sky's the limit with these. I mean, hell, if you wanted sperm-well foreskin leather, I'll try to find it for you. I'm not sure if Russia releases those products, but I'll try. So I have a set of leathers you can choose from. Why? Because they're the ones that we found to be most suited for the design, and they're also readily available, which means that when we get them, we don't have to wait months and months to get them. But if you did want something more bespoke, buffalo leather, whatever it may be, I can always explore that as well. So thank you very much for joining me today, and having a look at my new cigar cases. I do have cigar scissors that are hand forged, handmade coming as well, which I will feature soon, and hopefully a guillotine cutter that's also hand forged. Now when I'm talking hand forged, these are forged by a blacksmith, so it's not your it's not your generic stuff from China either. It is custom made to order, just like these, bespoke, tailored and customized, and other accessories as well. And if you have any questions, I've got my website link at the bottom, my Instagram's at the bottom. Please give me a message on Instagram and find out how to get the cases. There is roughly a 4 to 6 week lead time for them because they are made by hand, and we're starting to get more and more orders, which is really exciting. Some cigar lounges have even approached me asking if they can stock them, so that's really cool. So yeah, so if you want one, message me either my website or Instagram. Until then, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. Cheers.